Hey guys, so I have here my brand new Pohl+Schmitt Cube Dehumidifier. In this case this is the 20 Pint model and it's supposed to take care of a 2000 square foot house. So this model just came out on the market and the company has offered to send me this model so that I can try it out and review it in this video. When I first received the dehumidifier, I was very surprised of how small the box is that this device comes in. Considering other dehumidifiers that have a similar capacity of 20 pints, this device is really small. And the simple secret behind that is that the main unit can be detached from the reservoir, and the main unit is small enough that you can actually place it inside of the tank for storage purposes. Now when you want to use the dehumidifier, you simply lift the main unit out of the tank and you sit it right on top so that the condensing water is going to drip down into the bucket. Now there is a tiny bit of assembly required, but that is just limited to attaching the wheels on the bottom of the bucket. So in order to do this, I just lift the bucket upside down, you slide the wheels into the slots here, and then there's a little plastic clip that holds the wheels in place, meaning that you don't even need any tools in order to complete this task. But now let's have a look at what features the Cube Dehumidifier has to offer. And the first thing is that it has received the Energy Star Award for being the most efficient dehumidifier in 2021. Then we can use this unit in 3 different modes. The first mode is the continuous mode, and as the name says, it's going to run continuously in case you do have a hose attached or until the bucket is full. Then the max mode is very similar to the continuous mode. It is just going to be a little bit more efficient than the continuous mode and going to pull as much humidity out of the air as possible. And then the third mode is the humidity setting mode. Here we can set a specific humidity level, and when that level has been reached, the dehumidifier will automatically turn off. The range of the relative humidity goes from 35% all the way up to 85%. Then there is a button to set the fan speed, and you have the option between low and high. The low setting, the unit is really quiet, while the high setting does make a little bit more noise. With the next button we can set the water fill level inside of the tank, so you can select the dehumidifier to stop when the water level inside of the tank reaches 25, 50, 75 or 100%. Now at first I was wondering what this feature would be useful for until the very first time I had to empty the bucket. Now remember, the capacity of the tank is 20 pints, so that is almost 21 pounds or 9.5 kilograms, and that can be a little bit too much for some people, so you may want to decide to stop the unit before the water level gets that high so that the tank is not that heavy and you can still carry it around. In order to find out the current water level inside of the tank, you can either look through the small glass here on the side of the tank or just have a quick peek on those 4 LEDs, because those also indicate how full the tank currently is. Now with the button furthest to the right, we control the auto start and auto stop function. This allows us to start or stop the dehumidifier up to 24 hours in advance. As I mentioned before, it is possible to connect a hose to the dehumidifier to run it continuously, and you can use the short piece of hose that comes with the unit, or for example connect your garden hose to it. And then the last big feature that the Cube Dehumidifier comes with is that you can connect it to the internet, which allows us to use a smartphone app that allows us to control the unit just like we were standing in front of it, and we can also create a detailed schedule when we want the unit to run. There is not a whole lot of maintenance that has to be performed on this dehumidifier. There simply are 2 filters, one on the right side and one on the left side of the unit, that has to be pulled out periodically and then cleaned off with some soapy water. And when you want to just store the dehumidifier and not use it for a while, the device does not take up a whole lot of space, since we can simply place the main unit inside of the bucket by just rotating it by 90 degrees. Now there are 2 small complaints that I do have about this dehumidifier. The first one is the way to access the filters when you want to clean them. So there is a handle on each side and that you're supposed to pull on, but at first those are rather stuck and are really difficult to pull out. Once I pulled out the filters a couple of times, that problem seemed to go away though. And then my second complaint is that the unit makes some unnecessary noise between the bucket and the main unit. So I pinpointed this problem to two specific locations, and when I just squeeze some paper towel in between there, then this noise goes away. But other than that, I do believe that the Cube Dehumidifier is a really great device. And that is already it for this review. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you have any more questions or comments, then please leave a message below.